I traded it all if I gave it.
Well, welcome back, everyone. My next guest is Brian Hetke, if I said it correctly.
You did.
And he is with Castle & Cooke. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what we're going to talk about today.
Well, I've been in the mortgage business for 10 years now. I've been 7 years with Castle & Cooke Mortgage, and I just love this company. They make it real easy for me to do my job. They have a real smooth process to help me provide customers with a much better experience than they might be used to. So it's with my experience, that is my goal all the time, is to help make the mortgage process easier and more comfortable, a happier experience for people.
Well, there's certainly a lot of reasons right now to buy a home, and right now we have a lot of people that are coming in town as well, that when they come here they're like, I want to live here. So this is, listen up everyone, you also are going to do an offer for everyone. They're going to get a free Starbucks card and a free financial review, which I want to talk a little bit about right away so I can repeat it as many times as I can, to talk about their options. So what is a financial review, and why is it different, and what can you do different for than anyone else? Go ahead.
Well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to you'll fill out an application. I'm going to get some information about you. I'm going to be able to help you to determine what you do qualify for. There's a lot of different options for mortgages, a lot of different things that people might be interested in. So I'm going to take what your needs are, match them to your qualifications, and then I'll discuss your options to see if there's any way that we can benefit your personal financial situation.
So you do free consultations as well?
We do.
And you said that you can work statewide.
Absolutely. Licensed anywhere in Arizona.
And another thing that you told me before you came on air is that, Carol, there are no application fees, so it doesn't cost anything to apply. And you were really into that, so let's talk about that too.
Yeah, it's you don't have to pay an upfront fee to get your credit pulled. You don't have to pay me an application fee for me to talk to you and discuss your options. I'm happy to meet with anyone. Anyone that does call me, I always have one thing in mind, is I'm interested in helping you some way, somehow. If all I got to do is give you information, that's fine with me. But I want to be the person that you call for any mortgage questions or mortgage advice.
Now, his phone number to call direct is 602-714-9722. Now, the website is long, so I'm only say it a couple of times, but it's Hetke, and that is HETHKE at Castle Cooke, and that's COOKE mortgage.com. So there's a mortgage in there too. Okay. But again, the number to call is 602-714-9722. And we've got our lines open here because we want everyone to get entered into win. It's a free Starbucks card that comes along with a free financial review. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. He's all about service, and he wants to talk to you about what your options are. So you said another thing while you were talking is that you want to keep it as pain-free as possible. So are mortgages painful?
But they can be very painful. A lot of people can be frustrated in the process. You'll find that it takes a long time in some cases, and many people complain that they get frustrated because at the last minute, towards the end of the transaction, they find out that something come up to where they didn't qualify. I try to head things off at the pass and make sure you know if you qualify, and make sure that the road is clear for you to complete the transaction early in the process. We have a very smooth process where many companies will run you through like an assembly line that you'll go through to get your mortgage done. You might be dealing with a different person every stage of the process, and there's a lot of stages. I personally manage each stage for you, and I work with my processor. We then send it to an underwriter. Very few people involved in our company, so I always know what's going on. You can always ask me questions, and if I need something from you, I'm going to be calling you, not somebody else that you don't know.
What about what you have to offer right now? What's going on in the mortgage world today?
Well, things are a little bit crazy with, the rates have jumped up a little bit, and I've heard a lot of concern about that, but rates are still really quite low. There was a little bit of an increase, but it's not as bad as it seems like people are hearing. So that's not really an issue. The market has been good. There is a lot of programs now there's more programs now for down payment assistance. A new one has just come out recently. We've had several that have been around for a few years now. So low credit concerns. You don't have to have perfect credit these days to get a loan. A lot of people are concerned about that. So, it's better, I think, for qualifying purposes than it has been in the last few years, even though there has been more restrictions on lending.
How about VA loans? Do you still have some of those too?
Yeah, we do all the government loans. We're direct lenders for the government loans. So we'll do the FHA, we'll do the VA loans, and we also do the USDA loans, which are some very nice options for people.
Now, he's offering for everyone to get a Starbucks card along with a free financial review. That's very different than anything that you could do, anywhere else. And especially with what you do, you can kind of go through and help them, because there are some people that are they're on the fence of where they are on being able to get a home. So sometimes you look at it and you can actually show them what they need to do to prepare to get themselves into the home. Is that correct?
Absolutely. If someone if you're wondering if you qualify, I certainly encourage you to call, because a lot of people qualify that might not think they would otherwise.
And the other thing is there's no application fee. It doesn't cost you anything to find out. So he's offering that free Starbucks card with a free financial review. The number to call here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He does do free consultations. You can call him direct, and that number is 602-714-9722, or call in here and I'll get you connected with him at 602-277-5369. So how does someone know what loan to choose?
Well, typically, an applicant may not necessarily know, but that's part of the reason why we're going to go through the application process. I think calling a personal loan officer like myself is much better, because the other options are doing it online.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well,
that's all new now, huh?
As a consumer, you need to know what's best for you if you're going to do it online. So maybe it's simpler because you can do it, late at night when you may not otherwise be able to contact someone, but that computer, the online application is not going to help to figure out what option is best for you. And that's where I can come in and help you out.
Well, I think that's a great point. So he does free consultations, and you can just talk to him. There's no obligation. I just want to find out how we can help you. And believe me, you go online, you're calling him back, right? So again, his number direct at 602-714-9722. Again, the website is BHETKE. I have to say it now several times, and that is HETHKE at Castle Cook, which is COOKE, and then it's mortgage.com. It's easier. Just call in here, get the Starbucks card and the free financial review at 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Before we go to a break, because we're going to go to a break and I want to talk about some of the different things that you can do, go a little bit more narrow and deep. Refinancing, is it a good idea?
Well, that really depends on each individual. Everyone is different. What we're going to look for in the application process is what's important to you. Is it important to you to save money on a monthly basis, or are you looking to save money over the long term? Or do you simply want to get your mortgage paid off as fast as you can? Part of the process that in the review is we're going to help you to figure out what's best for you.
Again,
and if it works.
We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered into win. Well, we're just going to give them to everybody. It's a Starbucks card, right? We're going to do a Starbucks card. It's a free Starbucks card and a free financial review. And you call in here. We're going to get you connected with him. He wants to just talk to you about your options. There's no obligation, and there's no application fee, so it costs nothing to apply. And he does free consultations consultations with everyone. He wants to service you. That's what he's all about. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further about some of the things he can do for everyone. And it's that time of the year. It's a great time for people to buy here in Arizona. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute.
Traded it all. If I
So welcome back, everyone. And we're talking with Brian Hetke, and he is with Castle and Cook. We have been talking a little bit about mortgages. What I love about what he's been saying is that there's no application fee. There's no fee for that, which is awesome that you do that. There's a lot of other things that you offer people, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. You do free consultations with everyone, and you work statewide. And we've got our lines open here because he's offering everybody a free Starbucks card to sit down and talk to you about your options. There's no obligation whatsoever. You're also going to get a free financial review for that. And our number here, it's 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I want to go back into some of the different programs there are right now. There's a lot of people who were hurt, and I'm doing this off the cuff for you, okay, so you can talk to me a little bit further. So there's a lot of people out there that were renting, for a long time because of what happened in the crash, and they got hurt. They don't know that they can get into a home. Can you talk to them a little bit about the programs that you have for those people that are really just not sure if they could do it because they think their credit really is lousy?
Yeah, I can, because there is hope for people, and a lot of people
There's
now
hope for us? No.
Yeah. A lot of people are recovering now. They're financially better off, and they're interested in getting back into the market again, but are concerned about not being able to because of what happened. But I can tell you there are programs available now where we have certain programs where people can actually that have had recent foreclosures or short sales. We actually have some plans or some mortgages that they can get a loan again one day after that. Now, that might not be for everybody, but I can tell you it's pretty common that if someone is somewhere between 2 and 4 years, it might be worth taking a look at their situation, and the terms on that might be a lot nicer than you actually think.
Right, and right now it's a really great reason to look into it, because paying rent, you're paying somebody else's mortgage, and they're going higher. The rates are actually going higher, correct?
I'm hearing that from a lot of clients that I talk to. That's why they're wanting to buy homes now, is because their rent keeps getting increased on them, and they're paying more on rent now than they would be for a house payment.
So it's really important. You can sit down and talk to him. He's offering for everybody a free Starbucks card and that financial review that goes along with it. There's no obligation. There's no application fee to check out whether or not you can, what is the word I'm looking for, that you'll be able to get into the home. So there's no cost for it. He does free consultations with everyone, and the number to call here to get the Starbucks card is 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Of the different loans that are out there for people out there, would you like working with one over another, or does it? Everybody has a different story, right?
That's true, and it's all about what loan fits the person's needs. A lot of times right now, you really like to try to get people into a conventional loan, even if they have a small down payment, because the mortgage insurance can go away. On the most, seems like the FHA product was the most popular, but mortgage insurance on a FHA loan, that little extra bit that you pay each month on top of your regular payment, that doesn't really go away on FHA. So if there's any way possible, I'm going to try to get you set up and qualified on the conventional, even if you got to pay mortgage insurance, because on a conventional loan, you can actually get the mortgage insurance to go away after a period of time without refinancing.
So he's all about service. He does free consultations. You can call him direct. The number is 602-714-9722, or call here at 602-277-5369. This is a great question. So especially right now, people are holding back on their money. They want to spend it for something else for the moment right now. But it's a great time. And if you have somebody coming in, they're all going to want to live here and move here. So you can talk to him about anybody that you have that says, oh, it's so beautiful Butterfield. I just would love to live here, even if it's part-time. So what about if somebody doesn't have a large down payment?
We have several options for low down payment loans. FHA has some programs. They're standard at 3.5% down payment. Conventional mortgages now, you can get a loan with as little as 3% down payment. On top of that, we have the VA always has an option of 100% loan, so no down payment on a VA. Even the USDA, if you get out into rural areas, it's sort of a farm type of loan, but it's just out of the metro area. That's another no down payment type of loan that's available. In the valley, in the inner city, there's going to be programs available for down payment assistance, where you might have some help if you qualify for either a certain percentage of the loan amount for down payment assistance. And there's another down payment assistance program that's only in sort of certain areas of the valley that can get you up to $20,000 down payment assistance. That's huge right there.
Well, he does work with people statewide, so there's a lot of different areas that you can cover, and he does free consultations. His number direct is 602-714-9722, and we've got our lines open here for everyone to get a free Starbucks card along with that free financial review. Again, there's no obligation, no application fee. He just wants to talk to you about your options. I'm going to let everybody call throughout the rest of the show for it at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. What is the process to start?
First thing to do is contact me. Find out the best way that you would like to do your application. I can do an application on the phone. I can do it in person. We could meet at a meeting place of your choice, at your home, at my office. You can fill out the application online. Once we have your information there, I can begin to put some numbers together and do a little bit of an analysis and start to talk to you to see what you qualify for, what's going to be the best option for you, or if it's a refinance, how could I possibly benefit your current situation?
So give him a call. The number is 602-714-9722. Going into this, who should really know about your services?
Well, of course, homeowners and home buyers. Anybody looking to buy a home, or anybody that's currently owns a home and might like to try to save some money somehow on their mortgage. They're always candidates, but real estate agents as well. Real estate agents have clients coming to them all the time. They're going through the process. I regularly hear them telling me they're frustrated with the loan officer that they're dealing with, or the loan mortgage company they're dealing with. The process is taking too long. They have deals that are falling through at the last minute. With our process, we're trying to make sure that early on in the transaction, we know whether it's going to go through. We have a nice enough system. Our platform is such that we're going to be able to help you to consistently get your sales closed on time.
Well, you can all call them, and if you are a real estate agent out there and you're looking for a qualified, experienced mortgage do I call you broker? Broker?
That's a common term.
Right.
Actually, a banker.
Banker. And if you're looking for one, give him a call. The number is 602-714-9722. Again, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win the free Starbucks card with that free financial review, just to talk about your options. There's no obligation whatsoever. And you know what? If you're renting right now, it is a really good idea to check it out, whether or not it's a beautiful weekend. A lot of people are going to be out there. It's a great time. What about first-time home buyers? We didn't talk about those. What about them?
First-time home buyers, really, there are a few down payment assistance plans, or a few plans that actually help first-time home buyers might not have such good credit, but there are options out there for them as well, and a lot of them are combined with the down payment assistance program, so that's pretty much the target for them.
Well, if you're looking for a home and you're going to be out there this weekend, he's the man to call to help you, and you really should get pre-qualified, shouldn't you? Before, some of them want you to be pre-qualified before you even get in a car.
Well, most of the time before people will accept an offer on the house. they're going to want to make sure that you're pre-qualified.
All right. So again, you can call him direct. His phone number is 602-714-9722. He does free consultations. He's all about service. That's what he wants to do, is help you get into that home. There's no application fee, so there's nothing to pay to apply. There's no obligations to any of this. He's offering for everyone a free Starbucks card that comes along with a financial review to find out just maybe you can get into the home of your dream and you don't even know it. So again, our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. What are some of your final words for today? What do you want them to know?
I want to let you know, too, you've mentioned a couple of times and supported what I discussed with you, is that I really am all about customer service. A lot of loan officers are only going to be available during normal business hours. I'd like to make it known that I stand behind what I say about the customer service. Feel free to call me evenings or weekends. I know customers and people are going to be working during the day, and they might not have the time to be able to conduct business for a transaction or a consultation like this. So feel free to call me evenings or weekends. I'm available for you.
Again, that number is 602-714-9722. He is statewide. He does free consultations. There's no obligation to talk to him. There's no application fee, so there's no harm, no foul. And he's offering for everyone that free Starbucks card that comes along with that financial review. Get yourself into the home of your dream. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. If you are a real estate agent out there and you're looking for a very experienced and qualified mortgage banker, he can help you too. So he's looking to reach out to everyone out there. Give him a call. That number is 602-714-9722. And again, if this isn't someone for you, maybe you know someone that's looking for a home. Maybe you know someone that's going through some hard time with it. Give him a call. That number again is 602-714-9722.